Hello everyone, welcome to this class. We are going to deal with Venn diagram and problem solving. So this is like a word problem in set. So pay attention while we go through it. First, we are starting with example 8. There's some mathematical problem that you can solve with set and Venn diagram. So these are one of them. In this example 8, we have 50 students. We are asked what they did last night. 16 said they read a book. We have how many students? 50. So by default, this 50 is like the universal set. I prefer using this sign. That's one I know how to draw. So 16 said they read a book. So 16 read. 41 said they watched television. 41 watched television. If 7 said they did neither, how many did both? Now, this is a very simple something. Now, you know that the universal set is 50, meaning we have only 50 students. But look at it. We have it that 16 read a book, 41 watched television. This is 41, no. While 7 did nothing. First thing we are going to do is to draw a Venn diagram. Let's go about it. Let's draw a Venn diagram. Remember when we did a Venn diagram in a previous class? You can check our previous class to see how to go about it. Because we are dealing with just 2, reading and watching, 7 did nothing. So we are going to have only 2 circles inside the Venn diagram. Just 2. So here stands for the universal set, which is U. Here stands for reading. I'll put it R. This circle stands for watching television. And mind you, when you have a Venn diagram, anyone that doesn't do what is in the circle in the Venn diagram, that one needs to be on his own within the universal set. So 7 did nothing. So you have 7 here. I'll make it more sense. So the first thing we know that 41 watched television. When we are doing Venn diagram in previous class, I said that the total number in a circle must be equal to what was attributed to that circle. So this is, no, this 41 is looking somehow. This is 41. Let me write it here, 41. This is watch. So first, if you check this 41 plus 60 is more than 50, meaning that there are some people that read a book and at the same time watched television. That's a fact, for the fact that this is more than this. That's the only reason why you can see that when you add both of them, you get more than this. So those people that read the book and also watch television, we represent them with X. We don't know who they are, right? So if you want to know those that only read a book, you have 16 minus X. Because 16 minus X plus X will give you 16, making the total number of people in this reading circle to be 16. So the rule is that the circle you are looking out for, the total number of people there must not be more. That's why even if you have intersection, after putting intersection, make sure that intersections plus the non-intersecting figures still sum up to this 16. So we have X here as those that read the book and also watch television, so you have X here. So the next one for watching television, we have 41 minus X. So by the time you add 7 plus this plus this plus this, you're supposed to get your 50, which is your universal set. So let's start. First, we want to find those that read book and at the same time watch television. So we're going to have 50 is equal to this 7. Because everything in this universal set, which is a square or the rectangle in this our case, must be equal to 50. Don't forget, the same way you attribute everything in this circle to be equal to 16 and everything in this circle to be equal to 41, the same way everything in this square must be equal to what? 50, which is a universal set. So 50 plus what is here? 16 minus X plus what is here? X plus what is here? 41 minus X. Everything must give you 50. So let's go about it. Let me bring this on this side and start solving. 7 plus 16 minus X plus 41 minus X is 50. So let's add 7 plus 16 will give you 23. 23 plus 41 will give you 44. Sorry, 64. So you have 64. Then x minus x is 0. Minus x again is minus x is equal to what? 50. So when 64 go towards this side of the equation, it will become minus. So you have minus x is equal to 50 minus 64. So minus x is equal to 50 minus 64 will give you what? Minus 14. Multiply both sides by minus sign. You'll have that your x is equal to what? 14. So those that read book and at the same time watch television is what? 14. So if that's the case, this will be 16 minus 14, which will now give you 2. And this will be 41 minus 14. 41 minus 14 will give you 27. So what were we asked? Okay. How many did both? So the answer is 14. This is what we are looking for. So those that only read and did not do any other thing is 2. Those that only watched television and did nothing else is 27. Those that did both of them is 14. And those that neither read or watch television is 7. Let's go to the next example. Example 9. In a survey of students, it was discovered that 76 like history. So let's say that history is H. 76 likes history. 98 likes geography. Let's say geography is G. And we have 98. And 87 likes mathematics. Let's say that mathematics is M. And we have 87. 15 likes all the 3 subjects. So how do we express this? If you intersect these 3 is 15. So I can say H intersecting G intersecting M is what? 15. Let's count it. 39 like history and geography. So this is geography. So history, which is H intersecting G, is 39. Hope you're following up. 37 like history and mathematics. This is history and mathematics. So history intersecting mathematics is 37. 48 likes geography and mathematics. This geography intersecting mathematics is 48. And 45 like none of the subject. So none. What will I use to represent none? Let me use double N. 45 likes none to represent none. So these are what we are going to use for our Venn diagram. Show this information using a Venn diagram. So let's start. First is my universal set, which is my square or rectangle. Now, how many things are we dealing with? We are dealing with history, geography, and mathematics. So we're going to have 3 circles here. This is the first circle. Mind you, there is the 3 of them are intersecting by this. I also know that history is intersecting geography. So let me say this is history first. History is at intersecting geography. So let me call this geography. And then what else? History is also intersecting mathematics and geography is also intersecting. So the 3 sets, the 3 circles will intersect each other. Let this be mathematics. Now let's start. We are being told, let's go to, whenever we are solving for Venn diagram, I've told you start from the intersection point. And this is the intersection of the 3 subjects. So let's start from there. So the first thing we are going to deal with is that 15 did all. So we're going to put that 15. Very, very important. This is our universal set. T square. Now, the next thing is history and geography is 39. This is history. And this is geography. The mistake people will make is to come and write the 39 here. That will be your mistake. Because when you write 39 here, you are forgetting that inside this 39, you also have the 15 that did the 3 subjects. So So because you are trying to figure out only, remember what I told you, this circle of history must not be bigger than 30. It must not be, the total figures there must not be more than this 76. Same applies to the geography. The circle of geography, total figure must not be bigger than 98. Same applies to the mathematics. Total figure in this mathematics must not be bigger than 87. Have that in mind. But then, why we usually start from the intersection of all the points is so that we don't mix these things up. 15 did the 3. Now, this 39 that did history and geography, the 15 that did the 3 is still inside it. So now, you are going to remove the 15 inside it. So you are left with only those that did geography and history. So that will be 39 minus 15. 39 minus 15 will give you, I think, 24. So what we have here will be 24. Are we together? Now the next thing we are going to check, because we are going to start with these intersections first before we enter the other ones that are on their own. History and mathematics is 37. History and mathematics 37. So this is history and mathematics, this intersection point. Mind you, this 37 also contains this 15 that did the 3. So to get what the only those that did only history and mathematics, you now do 37 minus 15. You're going to get 22. So here will be 22. Then what's the next one? Geography and mathematics is 48. This is the geography and mathematics intersection point. This 48 also contains this 15. So to get only those that did this, you have to do 48 minus 15. That will give you 33. Now we are done with the intersection. Now let's go to the whole number. We have history. History is 76. Mind you, this 76 contains both those that did geography, those that did or those that did mathematics. So now in Venn diagram, here is only for those that did only history. So to get that, you do 76 minus 24 minus 15 minus 22. And that will give you 15. Same apply to geography. Geography is 98. Let me say this is history. I'm supposed to write here. Here is a H intersection G. Here is H intersection M. I don't know if you can see that. And here is G intersection M. So let's come back. Then for the next one is G, which is geography. Is what 98. This 98 contains both those that did history, those that did mathematics, and those that did all of them. So in that case, it will be 98 minus 24 minus 15 minus 33, which will give you what? Okay, this one is 15. Let me write it out here. This will give you 26. So you write your 26 here. Let's do for mathematics. Mathematics is 87. So to get only those that did only math, it will be 87 minus 33 minus 15 minus 22. So your answer is 17. So you write 17 here. By this, we've already showed this information in a Venn diagram. We've solved for the A path. But the next thing we're going to do is how many students took part in the survey. Now, to know the number of students that took part in the survey, I think I'm missing something here in this my Venn diagram. 45 like none of the subjects. So 45 will be here. Forgive me for that. So how many students took part in the survey? To get the number of students that took part in the survey. Now check something. Remember what I used to tell you. The total of the circle that has history is 76. The total in the circle that have geography is 98. The total in the circle that have what do you call mathematics is 7. So remember what I told you. That's the trick in Venn. Anytime you did a Venn, you notice that the total in a particular circle is more than what you are giving. Know that you are making mistakes somewhere. So let's come back to the B part. How many students took part in the survey? The number of students that took part in survey, now that we've done our Venn diagram, is very, very easy. All we need to do is just add these individual figures plus this one. Don't forget the one outside. Now that it is in this form, it means it has already been separated. You have nothing to fear. But when you are given this 78, 76, 98, and 87, you can't just add it and add what's the other one, the ones that are like no 45, and get your answer no. But now that you splitted it and showed each of the students where they belong individually, those are like only geography, those are like both geography, they've been splitted, you can add everything and get your universal set. So the total will be 15 plus 24. So let's be marking so we don't repeat anyone. Plus 26, mark it, plus this 15 that is inside there for all. 15 plus this 22, 22 plus this 33, 33 plus this 17. So you are going to get 197 students who take part in the whole survey. Mind you, I think I missed something. I just add plus 45, the one outside here. I added everything here and omitted this one. But so when you add, because I was just wondering why my total is not the same. When you add everything, you get this as your answer. So let's go to the next example. In a group, example 10, in a group of 120 students, so the universal set is already known to be 120. So I'll say universal set is 120. 60 studied mathematics. So I'll say mathematics is 60. 40 studied physics. I'll say physics represented by P. Mathematics represented by M is 40. 55 studied chemistry. I represent my chemistry by C to be 55. And 22 studied none of the three subjects. So I represent the none by N to be 22. 12 studied physics and mathematics. So physics intersecting mathematics is 12. Where do I stop? Only. Mind the 12 studied physics and mathematics only. Take the note of this word only. Take note of it, very important, because when we are doing our Venn diagram, we are going to make use of it. 8 studied chemistry and physics only. Take note again. So chemistry and physics is 8. So let me put the word only somehow as only. Very important. 8 studied chemistry and physics only. So have chemistry intersecting. I think I've done that already. 12 study physics and mathematics only. 8 study chemistry and physics only. 7 study mathematics and chemistry only. So mathematics and chemistry is 7. I'll put the word only. There's a reason why I'm putting it. You'll see when we want to draw a Venn diagram. First question says, draw a Venn diagram illustrating the information. So let's go down to that. So because we are dealing with 3 subjects, I have 3 circles here. I'll call this mathematics. But let me call this physics. Call this mathematics. Call this chemistry. Why this is our universal set. Right? Now we have math is 100. Math is 60. Physics is 40. Chemistry is 55. Mind you, the total in this circle must be equal to what? For the mathematics must be equal to 60. For the physics, the total in this circle must be equal to 40. While for the chemistry, total in this circle must be equal to 55. Now, we have those that did physics and mathematics are 12 only. Now, do you know why I take note of this only? It means I can confidently write 12 here without bothering that whether this 12 contains those that did all. Remember in the last example we did, we have something like this in our last example where we now have to subtract for this history and geography. This history and geography. We have 13. You have to subtract 15 from it to get 24. That's because if you go to the sentence, it was written 39 like history and geography. They didn't put only, meaning this 39 also contains those that like all the subject. But in this case that we are trying to solve, we only have a case where they say 12 like physics and mathematics only, meaning it just only physics and mathematics. It doesn't include those that also like chemistry, because we know that in this case, if you sum 60 plus 40 plus 55 is more than 120, meaning there are cases of those that might. There is possibility of those that like the 3 subjects in combination. So here I can confidently just write this 12. Then 8 did chemistry and physics only. This is chemistry and physics. I can comfortably write 8 here without bothering about whether the one here is inside. Chemistry and mathematics only is 7. So I can confidently like 7, write 7 here. Now, what do you say? Find the number of students that studied all the student. Find the number of students that, I think there's a mistake here. Find the number, and to read it from the say, find the number of students that studied only mathematics. So it's number of students that studied only mathematics. So we are going to, what it told us to look for is whatever that is here. So we're going to find that. That is for the C question. While for the B question, say find the number of students that studied all the 3 subjects. Now, by asking us this question, we already know that there are students that study all the questions, so I can call them X. If you notice, I refuse to put it there to read the question and understand the dynamics. So there is X here. This is the student that studied all the subject, right? Now, the next question you ask yourself is, what is now going to be here? We all know that this physics that you have 40 is everything in this circle. Are we together? In the case of mathematics is everything in this circle for this 60. For the case of chemistry, everything in this circle makes up this 55. So how do we now locate this X? So what will now be here is, because I know that physics is everything in this circle and it's 40, I'll just write it as 40 minus, in bracket, this. So it will be X plus 8 plus 12. That's what will be here. Coming here, mathematics is 6 and 6 is everything in the circle. So I'll write 60 minus, in bracket, 12 plus X plus 7. In case of chemistry is 55. I have 55 minus, in bracket, 8 plus X plus 7. So this is our Venn diagram. The only difference is that we've not finally got this X, so we can put real figures here. So now let's start solving. Do you have a case of those that don't like any of them in this question? We don't have such case. So since we know that we are dealing with 120 students, everything here must sum up to give us what? 120. But if you look at this very well, you will notice something. I think I made a mistake. Look at the final question. None. We have none here. So the none will be 22 here. Sorry for that. So since we know that the universal set is 120, everything here will give us what? 120. So let's dive into it. We have 40. Are we together? So let's start. We have this, which is 40 minus 8 plus 12 is 20 plus X. So I have 20 plus X plus this plus 60 minus 7 plus 12 is 15 plus X. I have 15 plus X plus this 55 minus, sorry, 12 plus 7 is 19, not 15. So here is 19. 7 plus 8 is 15 plus X, so 15 plus X. Then we'll now go to the second one. Plus 12 plus 8 plus 7, then plus finally the middle one, which is X, will be equal to what? The universal set, which is what? 120. Now, why are we solving all this long process? Just to find the value of X. Are we together? So when we open up this bracket, we have 40 minus 20 minus X plus 60 minus 19 minus x. Mind, when you open up bracket, minus will multiply everything. That's why you're seeing minus everywhere. Plus 55 minus 15 minus x plus 12. Okay, let me say plus x plus 12 plus 8 plus 7 is equal to what? 120. So let's start taking it one after the other. 40 minus 20 is 20, right? Plus 60. So by the time you sum up this 40 minus 20 plus 60 minus 19 plus 55 minus 15 plus 12 plus 8 plus 7, you are going to get 150. So I think in our class we are missing up something. This 22 is not in our line. Sorry for that. So I'm adding it. Plus 22 is 120. So when I come here, I'll also put it here. Plus 22. Okay. So let's go on. This 40 minus 20 plus 60 minus 19 plus 55 minus 15 plus 12 plus 8 plus 7 plus 22 will give you 150. So after that, we'll go for the x. We've already sorted out the numbers. Let's go for the x. Minus x is minus 2x. Minus x again is minus 3x. Plus this x here. Minus 3x plus x will give you what? Minus 2x. So this is minus 2x. Will give you what? 120. So when 150 crosses the equation, come minus, you have minus 2x is what? 120 minus 150. Right? We now have that minus 2x, which this is equal to minus 30. So minus 2x will now be equal to what? Minus 30. So when you multiply both sides by minus, or let's say divide both sides by minus 2. So minus 2 divided by minus 2x, you have x. Minus 30 divided by minus 2, you have what? 15. So your x is 15, which is find the number of the students that study the whole subject. So this x is now what? 15. So the number of students that study the whole subject is 15 students for B. Then for C, find the number of students that studied only mathematics. Mind you, this is our expression for only mathematics. This is we're trying to solve for C now. And our expression for this is 60 minus 12. For those that can't see this thing, this is 12. This is plus x plus 7 plus x plus 7. So we already know that our x is what? 15. So it will be 60 minus 12 plus 15 plus what? 7. So finally, we now have 60 minus 12 plus 15 is 27. 27 plus 7 is 33. Or what I say? 12 plus 15 is 27, right? 27 plus 7 is 34, sorry. So I have 34. So your final answer is 60 minus 34. It should give you 26. So I hope you are understanding this whole Venn diagram thing. So the only place you have confusion in Venn diagram is trying to know the number of this that is inside this, number of this that is inside that, number of this that is here, depending on the question you are being asked for. So one thing I've established is whenever you see only, let's assume you see something like those that study mathematics are 60, only 60 people study mathematics. So whenever you see that only, just be rest assured to just put in the value without bothering about subtracting anything. So that's one thing we should take note of. Let's go to our exercise. So exercise 8D number 11. It said in figure 8.9. Figure 8.9 shows the result of survey of 126 students. Take note, the universal set is 126. Let me just write it here. F, students who like playing football, which is F. See them here. V, students who like playing volleyball. This is here. And T, students who like playing tennis ball. Now, the question I've already sorted out the stress of Venn diagram for us. I think I would have preferred the one that we are still going to be the one pointing it out. Nevertheless, it's okay. We've already done the stress of the Venn diagram for us, right? This is for only football. This is only a volleyball. This for both football and volleyball. This for all of them. 6 is for all of them. So let's continue. How many students like playing none of the game? Now, from the Venn diagram, see this 24 here. They've already done everything for us. Instead of all being the one drawing it, they've already done it. It's just for us to just use it and solve our questions. So the answer of number A is just 24. This 24 is here because it doesn't involve itself in any of these games out of 126 students we are looking out for. That's why we have it here. So this is just your answer. I don't need to solve anything. The second one says, how many students like playing football? Now, to find how many students that like playing football, we have to consider the whole of this circle. The total number that the whole of this circle gives us the number of students that like playing football. Mind you, there is no only. If there is only, that's what we can consider only here. Are we together? So first, you have to solve for this. Now, let's go to number B. We all know that everything here should give us 126. So let's start. This 54 minus 2x plus, okay, let me solve out the outer one first, plus 34 minus 2x plus 14 minus 2x plus, now I'm going towards the first intersection, x plus x plus x plus 6 plus this 24 out here should give us what? 126. So let's go. Let's start. 54 plus 34. I'm trying to take out the whole number first. 54 plus 34 plus 14. So 54 plus 34 plus 14 plus 6 plus 124. Sorry, plus 24 will give us what? 132. That's for the whole number. Let's start for the x. Minus 2x. Minus 2x will give you minus 4x. Minus 2x again will give you minus 6x. Plus x will give you minus 5x. Plus x will give you minus 4x and 4x here. Plus x will give you minus 3x. So we have minus 3x. Will give you what? 126. So it just means adding the whole number and the x value. This minus this plus this plus this plus this plus will give you what? Minus 3x. And adding the whole number will give you this. All of them sum up to what? 126. So this crosses the equation. We have minus 3x equal to 126 minus 132. Which is what? When we do this, we have, so we should give us minus 6. So minus 3x is equal to minus 6. Divide both sides by minus 3x. Minus 3x divided by minus 3x. Sorry, by minus 3, not minus 3x. So you have minus 3x divided by minus 3 will give you what? X. Minus 6 divided by minus 3 will give you what? 2. So they ask, how many students like playing football? No, we've gotten that this x here is already 2. So use it to answer any question we are being asked. How many students like playing football? So going to the B part, those that like playing football are made up of this, and this. So we'll now go by it by saying 54 minus 2x, right? Plus this plus x plus this one 6 plus this x again. That's what we are looking for. And we already know that x is what? 2. So we now do 54 minus 2 times 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2. So our answer is 54 minus 4, which is 50. 50 plus 2 times 2 is 4. Because minus is here to be minus 4. Let me write it here. So 54 minus 4 is 50 plus 2, 52 plus 6, 58 plus 2 to be what? 60. The number of people that like playing football is 60 people. The next question is asked, what is value of x? We don't need to solve for this. We've already gotten it here, which is C. Then the next one is, how many students like playing tennis only? Take note of this word, only. So it means we're only checking out for this alone. So for the D part, this answer. This answer, this is answer, this is answer, this is answer of A, this is answer of B, this is answer of C. Now we are trying to solve for D. So how many students like playing tennis only? So for the only side, we only have 14 minus 2x. And we know that x is 2, so it will be 14 minus 2 times 2, which is 14 minus 4, which is what? 10. So only 10 students like playing tennis only. So this is all for exercise example. So if you have any question in Venn diagram questions, you can drop in the comment section. See you in the next class.